Merci beaucoup et très bon après-midi. It's a pleasure to be here with you. My first visit to India, and I would like to thank the organizer for the invitation. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be part of such a panel. We'll have a bit of a shift here because I'm not an expert by far. My background is brain research, neuroscience, mental illnesses. But now, as chief scientist in Quebec, I have to oversee and give advice to government on all aspects of research and innovation. So certainly a very keen observer to sustainable development and the impact of gender-related issues on sustainable development. Recently, the government of Quebec, in its new strategic agenda, focused on 3 areas. And one of them is sustainable development. So we are there, we want to invest, and we are there for the long run. So for us, it's clear that gender is central to success in sustainable development, like many of the colleagues have already mentioned here this afternoon. Often in my office, we refer to that as the 4E: equality, environment, economy, and education. Equality, of course, we heard a lot about that today. Equal opportunity for all, women and men at all levels of our society, at home, at work, and in the civil society. Environment, of course, very key, and we all must go green. Women are critical as head of house, as worker, to make sure that this will happen in the near future. Economy was mentioned as well, finance, all that. That's critical, but that's not enough. It could be from rich, from poor family, very challenging, but even from rich family, the equality is not always there. Education, for us, probably number 1. Very, very critical to the success of any activity in the field of sustainable development. Of course, this applies to both men and women, but more often, the women are disadvantaged in the area of education. So we need and must encourage very high quality education to young women and encourage them to stay in school. Of course, this is challenging and much easier said than done. In Quebec, overall, we are doing quite well on many of these fronts. But here I would like to give you an example where we do not do well and where we need your help, where we need your knowledge and experience. What's the example? The north of Quebec. Quebec is a huge land. The north, small population. The challenge in the north are very similar to the challenge you would have in many other countries in the world, in Africa, in South America, and Southeast Asia. Maybe the only difference is minus 20 degrees centigrade in the north of Quebec and plus 30 in the other part. Make your choice. So very challenging. Very, very long distance between villages. Very small population up to recently. Very, very rapid climate change. So for example, permafrost. And most of the houses are built on permafrost. And now, of course, all that move. So the quality of housing is not adequate. For the past 20 years, explosion in birth rate and population, large family, small housing, multiple ethnic group. From far away, we may think it's kind of similar, but no. You have the Inuit population, various groups there. You have the Indian population, various groups there, and of course, more white people. Very high unemployment in the north. Very rapid social change. The internet, the web, Facebook, Twitter, all that is there now. Very high level of addiction, suicide, violence. So overall, challenging, and again, rather similar to what you see in other parts of the world. And to be frank, when you talk to these people, these population up north, sustainable development, it's not the top priority on their mind. So what we need to do there is to work with these communities, and we must improve the situation by empowering local community. And there, women play a key role. But again, education is at the root, at the heart of the strategy. We must find ways to make sure that they get proper education as teenagers, that they stay in school a bit longer, and that the leader of the clan, which are often women, are supported in their activity. Again, easier said than done. We have a few success over the past few years. More and more we're using social media to try to connect community of the North, but still challenging. And climate change, to come back to that one, is very, very rapid up north. So we must find ways to slow it down, and I think that women, again, women are key player there as leader at home, leader at work, and leader in society, in the civil society. But again, education is key to success, and we must have long-term support and be very culturally sensitive. So finally, we hope to learn from you, because some of you have long experience working with these type of challenge. And again, the only difference is a matter of temperature, minus and pluses, but I think we can learn a lot from each other. Thank you very much.